everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mary from Mary Matthews Handmade and this is my crafty vlog number 38. So how are you all? I've been away for ages, haven't I? I've been having some real autumnal adventures. So as a lot of you may know, I spoke about this last time, I have recently walked the South Downs Way. I have lots of pictures to show you at the end of this video and I'll talk about it in just one moment. I've also been on a girls' week away to Winchester. I've been on a trip away to Bath and I have some lovely photos to share from Bath with you. Again, I'll put that at the end of this video. I've been to Cheltenham to see my daughter, London to see my son, so obviously I haven't been here to catch up with you, so I hope you missed me. I missed you all. So this is just my chance to catch up with you, an autumnal catch-up video. But first, introductions. If you are new to this channel, my name is Mary. I live in a very small cottage in West Sussex, which is in the very southeast of England, and these crafty vlogs are just my way of letting you know what I've been up to. So I like anything crafty, I like to go on my walks. If you're returning to this channel, then welcome back. Where have you been? Now, I must just explain one thing. These videos at the moment are going to be music free because I have been hit by a little bit of a scam. There's a company putting copyright claims on people's videos. I use free and non-copyrighted music on my videos, but there's a little bit of a scam going around at the moment. So just to be on the safe side, I'm afraid these videos at the moment are going to be music free. Maybe you could hum or something or sing to yourself in the background. So what I'm going to do first is show you crafty bits, and then I'll tell you about my walk, and then at the end, as I say, I'm going to show you lots of pictures. So since I last saw you, and I do know that a lot of you have been having a go at this, I showed you this fabulous tutorial how to add a pom-pom edging to our shawls. So you know, in the past I've shown you how to make up these lovely shawls, cowls, whatever size you want to make them. In that original video I added a picot edging. So this is just a separate video to show you how to add a fabulous pom-pom. Now I do know, I think Lynn has had a go at this. Now I must say, and I think I spoke to Lynn about this and she had guessed right, if you are following exactly the row count of this cowl shawl here, then you will need to stop at least a row beforehand because this pom-pom edging is going to take up quite a bit more yarn than this picot edging, okay? So if you're doing the same row count, you will need to stop either 1 or 2 rows beforehand so that you know you've got enough yarn to add that fabulous edging. You could do the whole shawl in one colour and then add the pom-pom edging in a different colour maybe. But that is my pom-pom edging. Now with all my tutorials I put the links in the description box down below along with anything else that I mention. As it's Halloween coming up, I do know a lot of you have been crocheting up these fabulous lanterns, and now again that is one of my free tutorials. I must reiterate, if you're going to make a yarn lantern, just to be on the safe side, I tend to use just battery tea lights, okay, just to be on the safe side. Now I think these are fantastic. Now I bought a whole box of these battery tea lights. They come with the batteries in. You can change them, but I bought a whole box of 12 last November, so almost a year ago, and I use these all the time in my vlogs. I use them downstairs in my lanterns all over the place, and I haven't yet needed to change one battery. So these are a fantastic idea. I got a box from Amazon, and again I will pop the link to that down below. I have also been known my little pom-pom hats. Obviously it's quite light in here, so I can't sort of show you. Maybe I'll go and turn the light off. Hold on one sec. It's still not that dark in here, but you can at least see the light shining through. I tend to use them under all sorts of things, even little pom-pom hats. Now I have been adding some autumnal touches to my little cottage. So what I'm going to do now is just show you a few ideas. I've got my little shelf downstairs. I've got some of my hand crocheted pumpkins on the windowsill. So what I'm going to do is give you a tiny little non-musical video showing you what I've done. So let me know if you have decorated your house at all. Any questions about anything that I've just shown you, especially on my shelf, because I've got some little houses, etc. If you haven't watched my vlogs before, if there's anything there you want to ask me a question about, then do leave a comment down below. Now also, I do know quite a few of you now, because it's autumnal, winter is on its way, Christmas presents need to be made. I know a few of you have been crocheting up these fabulous ear warmer headbands. And these are so warm and cozy. They really do keep your ears nice and snug and warm. So again, I do have an easy to follow tutorial. I show you how to put this together so you have that lovely knot effect at the front, which is nice. Fantastic for Christmas presents, so you've got plenty of time to make a whole bunch of these up. And if you do make some of these up and you followed the tutorial, just let us know. How easy was it to follow? How did the recipients like their headbands? Now going forward, I do have a few ideas for tutorials. I'm just waiting for another light to come. I managed to break the one that I use. I need a proper daylight lamp when I'm filming tutorials. I mean, this doesn't matter so much here when you're looking at me. I look a bit better blurred. But when I'm showing you up close, I like to have a nice daylight lamp. So I have one on order. I've got a few tutorial ideas coming up. So do make sure you are subscribed to this channel. As soon as the videos go live, you'll get notified by email. So I wouldn't want you to miss out. Now, anything else that I've been working on? Last video, I believe I showed you some progress on a rainbow baby blanket. Now, because it's been quite a while, this has already been gifted. So I'm going to pop a few pictures in just here for you to see. Isn't it fabulous, fabulous colours. Now that was an easy to follow pattern by Melu Crochet. If you fancy having a go at that, I particularly love doing those little pom-pom raindrops all along the bottom. So again, that's Melu Crochet. Now what else have I made? I have also made, now I'm a huge fan of Attic 24, I know a lot of you are, and she has her Yuletide blanket pack and crochet along out at the moment. Now to be honest, at the moment don't really have time to do a huge blanket, but what she also has on her blog is a Yuletide Mandala. So it's using the same style of stitches, and she's made hers in similar colours. Now I don't have the same colours as her, but I did have similar, and this is how it turned out. Isn't that fantastic? All I've done is use Stylecraft Special DK. Now if you're following Lucy's crochet along for her Yuletide blanket, you will know that she again uses Stylecraft Special DK. I think some of the colours are the same, but I just sort of substituted some of them to fit in with my colourways. So you can see there, it's using the same sort of spike stitch here. When you're actually using the stitches from the round before, so you're creating these fabulous spike stitches. So if you fancy having a go at that, it's a free pattern on her blog, Attic 24. Again, I'll link that down below. Now I do love those colours, and I have made a wreath in exactly the same colours. Are they the same? Yes they are. I think I've added a few more. So I've literally just used up some oddments of yarn, and then I've just gone round randomly sized stripes there, and I've just done a long strip. Now I have spoken about how to make wreaths before, but if you haven't seen that, I just make literally a long strip, and then it's joined at the back. So what you have to do to get the length right is keep pinning your yarn around on your wreath. So this is just a polyester. So this is just a polystyrene wreath. So you know you can pin it on quite easily. The pins go into the polystyrene. So just keep pinning it around, because obviously I can give you a stitch count, but depending on what style yarn, you could do this in chunky or an Aran weight yarn. I again have used the Stylecraft Special DK, so it matches my mandala. Then you just pin it round. You don't have to weave in any ends, because you use your ends to stitch up on the back. So to get your stripes nice and neat like this, I do join. So I join dark green, pale green to pale green. Don't sort of like shift them so it gets a little bit skewy, otherwise your stripes on the front won't look as neat. But I'm trying to decide at the moment now, do I just leave it as is? Shall I just put a big bow at the bottom or at the top, or should I add flowers or decorations? I don't know. I quite like the way that those colours are speaking for themselves. I quite like it nice and plain. I took a picture earlier of it against just a plain cream wall, not like that. My partner suggested maybe putting a mirror behind. Okay, so you could get a mirror to fit behind. I don't know. Suggestions? Leave me some comments. So that's all from me yarn wise. Now if you were just here for the yarn, or you'd like to see pictures from my walk, just skip to the end now, because I have been using my Cricut machine. Now I am going to do, in another video, I'm going to tell you about my Cricut maker, which I have purchased. like my Cricut Joy, but I can do a lot bigger projects. I also am experimenting with some mugs with a Cricut mug press, but I will talk to you about those two machines on another video, okay, because I'm still practicing, so I don't really know what I'm talking about. But I have been using my Cricut Joy just to make some Halloween decorations. Now I'll show you that one in a second. Let me just put that over there. I have been using my Cricut Joy to cut out some Halloween shapes. Now I've just added these. These are permanent vinyl, and my Cricut Joy will cut out the shapes. Look at that one, isn't that fabulous? In permanent vinyl, which you then just adhere to whatever you want to. Now this is literally a pound candle from Tesco's. Okay, don't know whether I can say that, but anyway, you can get them from other supermarkets as well. Not sure whether they're a pound. This one here with the bats on, isn't that fantastic? Now you could cut out, maybe you could, I think really you would need to use a Cricut or anything else that would cut out quite a defined shape. And of course, because I'm using the vinyl, it just sticks on really nicely. And then there's just one more with, oops, sorry, my overhead light is shining. There you go, a lovely graveyard scene as well. So I've just turned these pound candles into something rather more spooky. Now also you can see up here I have lanterns. Now again, I've used my Cricut Joy. Now the Cricut Joy will only cut so wide, hence why I could do these. Now this is literally cut out with cardboard, which I have then stuck with glue. Where's my... Now you can see, if I turn it, you can see, if I were to do these again, I wouldn't use glue. I would use like the double-sided tape, because the glue is shining and it tends to make my cardboard go a little bit rucked up, but it's only for here, so. And then inside, I just put a sheet of vellum, but you could use tissue paper, maybe that sort of see-through fabric. I can't think what it's called at the moment, but anything so that when you put your light in, again, because it's quite light in here, that doesn't show up. But I believe I filmed these, and these are on the little video that I showed you before. And I do have another one here. Now again, if I just show you, that says trick or treat. Now because these are sort of a little bit 3D, isn't it? They tend to stick out a little bit. I did wrap some paper around and leave for a while in the hope that it would stay sort of in a cylinder, but I don't really mind that much. And again, you saw this one in the video before. So those are just a couple of paper crafts that I've been doing. So that's about all craft-wise. Now, as I said earlier, I recently walked the South Downs Way. Now, the South Downs Way is an ancient trail from Winchester to Eastbourne. You finish by walking the Seven Sisters National Park, which is quite hard work after you've covered almost 100 miles. Now the whole adventure took us 9 days in all. Now I must give a shout out to Lorraine. Lorraine watches this channel and she also did the South Downs walk. There was a whole group of us did it. It's, as I say, 9 days covering between sort of 12 to 14 miles a day. Some of it is harder than others. It is hard work, but absolutely fantastic. Now you will see the weather that we had was amazing. It was sunny every day apart from one. Now that one day was when we walked very close to where I live, and I told everybody the view's amazing. It wasn't, it was awful. So you will see, I think I did put a picture of the view from the top. All you saw was cloud, but the rest of the time was just fantastic. I feel very blessed to have been given the opportunity to have walked. It's, as I say, it's an ancient trail going back hundreds of years. People would have walked this trail from Eastbourne, the coast, to take goods up to Winchester, which was originally the capital of England, and vice versa. So, and being on top of the downs, you could see any enemies coming or what was happening around you. But as I say, I feel very blessed. It was an amazing adventure, a hard adventure, but amazing. And I'm going to put a video right at the end. And as I say, we also went to the city of Bath. Now, Bath is where they have the Roman baths. You may have seen the pictures. I'm going to put some pictures. We actually did a bus tour, so I could sit up on the top. Again, we were very, very lucky with the weather, so I will put some pictures of that trip after the South Downs Way. So I hope you enjoy looking at those pictures. Again, hum along to yourself. Now that's all from me this week. So what I'm going to try and do, because this has gone out at the weekend, I'm going to try and get these vlogs now as things settle down a bit, a little bit more regular, maybe at the moment every other week, and I'm going to also try and get them on a Tuesday, because I know a lot of you like to watch them on a Tuesday with a nice cup of tea. So let me know what you've been up to. Leave some comments down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I will see you here next time. Bye bye.